Hey everybody, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Bud Brown. Right now I'm east of San Diego, California, United States of America. And we're living here with my daughter. And my son is also here, my granddaughter. And I just wanted to do this video, say that we made it, safe and sound. But Gloria and I are both experiencing what they call culture shock. It's kind of hard to describe, but when your whole world is different in many ways, temperature, food, landscape, languages, it can psychologically affect you in a negative way. And so I wanted to do a video, but I don't know. I just want to be on my best, not best behavior. I'm always on my best behavior. But I wanted to be on my best attitude. But at this point, it just kind of, it's hard to describe. But in this video, I'll try to talk about some of the things that are kind of causing this boat to be, a little off kilter. And it's hard to think, it's hard to adjust our attitude, although everything it's not a negative thing, it's just a different thing. So anyway, thanks for coming to my channel. I'll talk to you a little bit later. What I wanted to tell you on this video was that culture shock. Hey, I was born and raised here in the States. So you would think that coming back to the States after 12 years in the Philippines, that I'd be like a fish in the water. I'd be like a fish in water, But actually, Gloria and I are kind of having a hard time adjusting back to the lifestyle here. Culture shock is when you go into an environment that you're just not used to. And I've got some clips of some of the things that I'm going to tell you about. Just like when we first got here, the highways, holy smokes. I got a clip here of huge highway, 6 lanes going one way and 6 lanes going the other way. It's just like, it's overwhelming. And that's probably the best way to describe cultural shock. Overwhelming. Whether it's big, like here in the States, or whether it's smaller, like in the Philippines. I mean, if you're used to big things in the States, then you go to the Philippines and things are small and narrow and, just different. Well, there's a good chance you're going to suffer cultural shock. Our kids took us to Walmart, where we've wanted to go since day one here, just to see what they have. Shelves were full, packed. Not like what we heard that everything was going to be. Shelves empty, people running around, being mean. Everybody's been real nice, but anyway, I gave Gloria $100 bill and said, go get what you need. So she went and picked up some t-shirts and shorts, skivvies. And then I was just sitting waiting for her there at the cashier place. She came. The lady looked at her. Gloria gave her the $100 bill, said something to her, and then Gloria says, honey, come over here. I thought, uh-oh. Don't tell me she's going to say, do you have something smaller? That's what we're used to, Do you have a smaller bill? Those that live here probably know what happened. I asked the lady, I said, we just got here and that's the smallest bill we have. She said, I know, but it's not enough. Not enough. It was $106. So she wanted $6 more. So Another thing that seemed kind of strange, Gloria went to another place. It was called Spritz, or I don't know, but it was a Sprouts. That's what it was, Sprouts. It was a natural Whole Foods, organic food store. Those that live in the States probably know what it is. I'd never heard of it before, but Sprouts. And Gloria got some stuff there. It was maybe $5 or $6. She handed her $100 bill. I thought, uh-oh, here we go. You know what happened? Nothing. Lady took the 100, gave Gloria back 80-something dollars. No squawking. Well, that was different. So in the category of culture shock, the prices have definitely gone up. But also, they don't ask if you have a smaller bill, or don't squawk if you give them a big bill. So that's different. Another thing that kind of shocking is the weather. I may have said something to you about that, but it's about noon now. You can see it's very clear. The way over there is Mexico, not too far away. But it's a clear day, but it's crispy, cold. Gloria bought me some sweat clothes. Can you imagine? Sweat clothes, sweatpants, sweatshirts. When was the last time I wore? So I put on these sweatpants, sweatshirt. I looked like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Oh man. So that's kind of, I don't know. Just this culture shock is hard to describe, but you wake up for 12 years, you go to bed and you wake up, wear the same clothes or the same style of clothes, short pants, t-shirt or a Hawaiian shirt, and get up and go and come home every day, day after day. Probably those that have lived in that tropics before know this, but if you haven't, it's basically 6 hours daylight, 6 hours dark. 6 in the morning, the sun comes up. 6 at night, the sun goes down. Day after day, month after month. So after a while, you get used to that. But here, now I think I told you this, but I'll say it again. We're east of San Diego, kind of in I don't know if you call it a desert, because not all deserts are sand dunes, but this is bushes and scrub brush, little hills and stuff. There's probably a better name for it than desert, but I'll show you again. Look, you can see, even over here. But in the mornings, it's cold, as you would expect in a desert. Cold, and then in the afternoon, warms up, and then in the evening and night, it gets cold again. Now, I'm not saying the whole United States, of course, is not like this, because there's mountains, valleys, beaches, deserts, everything here in the States, plains. So it just happens that I'm just talking about where I'm living here, east of San Diego, California. But anyway, it's I don't know, it doesn't seem right to say it's stressful, but I don't know, it's hard to describe, but it's definitely a cultural shock. We've been here a few days, and I'm hoping that it'll be, maybe by next week, we'll be used to it, get accustomed to waking up at the right time, going to bed at the right time, and eating different kinds of food. We went shopping the other day, and I think I have a clip of the full, pretty, beautiful fruits and vegetables. Oh man. So anyway, I'll stop for now.